What's up, YouTube? Bluff City here with another reaction video. And breaking news, well, most of you know by now that the government is now open again. However, even though that should be good news, a lot of left-leaning people here in the United States are not happy about that, which is kind of weird because they're the same ones who were crying about, the food stamps being cut off and them not being able to have a happy Thanksgiving or a Merry Christmas because their families couldn't eat. Now they can do that and they're still not happy. And we're about to find out why with these videos I'm about to show y'all. Well, before we get started, please give this video a like, leave a comment at the end and share this with everyone you know. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Almost forgot about that. So let's get into this foolishness.
Sad ass night in politics. Tonight, I seen the Democratic Party fold like fucking origami. It's to the point, it's like, it don't matter which way you vote. We just fucked. Like, explain it to me. Y'all sitting here talking, we gonna extend this thing until December, and then from there in January, we're gonna have another vote. These people are not decent people. Bipartisanship does not exist with them. Y'all are literally trying to make a deal with people who do not play fair. Like, y'all had one job and then 8 Dems went the other way. I don't know what to do at this point. And again, this is not me being insensitive. I get that federal workers need to be paid. The government shutdown is terrible. I promise you I'm not being insensitive to that. What I do not understand is how y'all are sitting up here making a deal with the devil. These people are not going to play fair. They are going to screw us one way or another. And y'all know this. And for y'all to sit up here and let that go down like that is that's scary. So that means y'all are going to bend at everything they want y'all to bend on. Good luck, America.
My, have the tables turned. Because she just mentioned how, you're dealing with people who don't want to play fair. Well, last I checked, your beloved Democrats don't play fair either. But it's wrong when the Republicans don't want to play fair, but you're cool with the Democrats not playing fair. Gotcha. And then you have this look of concern like something's really going to happen to her specifically. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people y'all have brought in during that whole woke era that pretty much turned America to shit, right? Now the things are going back to more normalcy. I know it's going to trigger some of you people, but I could care less. It's like these people, they really see the Democrats that they voted for. They really see their true colors. Especially not that long ago, they were just all hooping and hollering about Zohran Mamdani. Yeah, woke is back. And then Congress Democrats, they were like, let's bend the knee to the Republicans. And here y'all up here, y'all crying and whining. Oh yeah, yep. Oh, it gets better. Watch this.
Hey, well, breaking fuck the news. The Democrats caved. Congratulations. Chuck Schumer and his lackeys decided, fuck it, let's reopen this shit. I don't know what deal was initially struck. The main part of the deal that we know of so far, even though the House Democrats are condemning the shit, is that they have a promise that the Republicans will vote on affordable health care. So, cheers.
The fucking Democrats caved again for the 998th time. They've reached a deal on the shutdown, which includes no extension in the ACA subsidy. Your healthcare premiums are going up there. But Nick, they got a vote on the ACA thing put into it. You're not getting it. If there's a vote on it, you're not getting it. Are you fucking kidding me? They don't have power. They're the minority party. This was your one chance to make Republicans flail. People spend all this time fighting for this stupid party and bitch-ass ass Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. And instead of letting this administration own it, this administration that is historically unpopular, they roll over like a dog. Because that's all they're fucking capable of doing. You know, as the second wing of the American Uniparty. The wing that sometimes gives us a glimpse of what could happen, what better world we could live in, and then slams the door in your face when it really matters. I never thought I would live to see the day where one of the parties is vehemently progressive, very left-leaning, especially the younger voters, the future of the party, and yet the fucking the leadership couldn't give less of a flying fuck. They just want to sell everyone out to their corporate donors. They want to make sure the lobbying money keeps coming in. That's all they give a fuck about. As long as that comes in, they will fold on anything, no matter what they say 2 weeks in advance. They literally got the green light to wait this out last Tuesday with the election. Democrats absolutely squashed Republicans across the country. And the fucking party's response: clutch defeat out of the jaws of victory. You cannot make this shit up. It's like they have a submission kink or something. I have nothing. There is no reason for them to cave. Depending on where you look, 8 to 15 points is the gap between how many people blame it on Republicans versus Democrats. They blame it on Republicans, justifiably so, because they control everything. They have the majority in everything, even the judiciary. They have conservatives, and they let the administration do whatever the fuck it wants. Oh my God, it's just so low. I thought they were going to get something out of it this time. I thought they were going to get one concession, which they never fucking do. Everything moves to the right. Immigration moves to the right. Social justice moves to the right. And they didn't even extend the fucking ACA tax credit. Like, what? Even I'm floored. I fucking hate this party. You could have just told me you don't give two shits about any working person. I don't get it. Oh my God, dude. This is my fucking opposition party, and I hate them so dearly. I can't wait for all of your leadership to get primaried. And that's being so nice. I want more things to happen, but I just never would have thought that the younger progressive wing of the party would quite literally be flipped the middle finger repeatedly for decades now. But yep, here we are. Carl was right again, everyone. A certain bearded man was right again. All that matters is the accumulation of capital.
Yo. He's like, whoa, do the Democrats have a submission kink? I mean, I would argue that most people who are not in politics that do vote probably do have a submission kink if they vote for the Democratic Party, since it is officially been dubbed the party of weakness. Like, there's no strength over there. There's no real men over there. There's no one over there to stand on business. Like, everybody over there is all flippity floppity and wishy-washy. And I'm not saying the Republicans are perfect either, because I promise you they are not. But the Democrats of today, I could have been told you a long time ago, they stopped giving a fuck about the working class a long time ago. They stopped giving a fuck about that. They didn't give a fuck about y'all when the previous administration was in there. With Jim Crow Joe and Kathleen Kamala, oh yeah. They didn't give a shit about y'all workers. They were too busy giving money to foreign countries to, like, air LGBT episodes of, like, Sesame Street and fun, like, drag shows in Colombia or whatever the fuck. I highly suggest y'all go look into what the previous administration was spending a lot of tax dollars on. I highly recommend y'all go watch those videos. What our tax dollars on as Americans was spent with the Biden administration? It will shock you. It is absolutely horrendous. And this man is up here bitching about the fact that he is so surprised that the Democrat Party has no backbone, has no balls. Man, they stopped having backbone and balls ever since they can't even define what a woman is. Like, seriously. Once they started allowing people to say, oh, men can have babies. Oh, women can be fathers. Oh, it's okay. It's okay for boys to be girls. Once all that weird shit started being brought in, yeah, it was the end of the Democrat Party. Because it wasn't always like that. I promise you, it wasn't always like that. But y'all get what y'all vote for. It's just the same thing they tell, people who voted for Trump. You get what you vote for, especially when they see something that on that side, something happens that they didn't vote for. Now they was just hooping and hollering for Zohran Mamdani. Now this happened. They killed all the joy.
Caved into the Republicans. Enough Democratic senators have voted yes on Thune's proposed stopgap measure to fund a government that does not include a guarantee on the subsidies for the Affordable Air Cat premiums, which was the whole fucking point. I will always say the Republicans win. They win on messaging, they win on unity, they win on their ability not to give a fuck and stick together. Not all Democrats voted for that, however. It was just enough to push the measure forward. And those Democrats that didn't hold the line, didn't care about the people, doesn't care about the 50,000 plus people who may or may not die, the millions of Americans who may or may not be able to afford healthcare, which once again was the whole fucking point. We have Senator Dick Durbin from Illinois, Maggie Hassan from New Hampshire, Tim Kaine from Virginia, Angus King, Cortez Masto from Nevada, Jeanne Shaheen from New Hampshire, Senator Jackie Rosen, and Senator John Fetterman from Pennsylvania. Let's just say that we can actually depend on the Republicans to vote on these premiums next month. Do we fucking think this is going to happen? I'm disappointed more than I am anything, because if you were just going to cave, you could have done this weeks ago. You could have done it weeks ago and kept people paid, kept airlines safe, kept airports non-congested. But you waited 40 days for what? A promise?
I mean, hey, y'all voted for these clowns. Yeah, I mean, you can't get mad now. You can't get mad now. These are the fucking clowns. The ones y'all complaining about, y'all voted these assholes in. That's exactly what y'all did. And now you're mad because they caved to the Republicans. And because if this had kept going, like the general public would have just kept losing. Y'all would have still been complaining about food stamps, not having a Thanksgiving, not having a Christmas, blah, 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 blah. A lot of people wouldn't have got paid. But a lot of y'all would have just rather the government stayed shut down as long as possible. Wow, dude. Wow. They were just complaining about not eating, not being able to do this, that, and the third. They wanted to stay. So these people, these same Democrat voters, would much rather have the government shut down altogether. They're like, and you just whine and pout and bitch and moan and all this other stuff, all for the sake of making sure. Now he's leaving a few things out. He's leaving the fact out that the Democrats wanted, health care for illegal aliens, which a lot of these won't talk about because, I mean, why would they? The Republicans weren't going for that. They were not going to give illegal aliens that were trying to get the hell out of here, who have no business here being in the United States in the first place, healthcare benefits. For what? They're not American citizens, so they should not get that until they become American citizens. But these people, I swear to God, they don't understand the fact that if you're not an American citizen, you shouldn't get the same benefits as American citizens, which is crazy to me because they believe people who just come in here as whenever the hell they want aren't illegal aliens. Like, no one's illegal on this land. Like, stop it. It is absolutely nuts.
Fair warning. If you have children and they are around you as you're watching this video and you don't want those children to hear the F-bomb, possibly multiple times in this video, please silence this video and watch it on subtitle or bookmark it and come back to it later when you are alone. Because I might be a little pissed off in this video. Fair warning. Not even a week ago, the Democrats swept the floor with the Republicans. This was during a time when America was in the middle of a historically long shutdown, which has been affecting federal workers, our airports, our food assistance, and everything else. All of this had been known when people went to the polls to vote for Democrats who were standing on business for the health care of American citizens, making sure that healthcare premiums didn't go up by over 100% in some cases. Democrats standing on business, making sure that 50,000 people were not unnecessarily unalived due to the lack of health care in the coming years. People went to the polls and voted for Democrats, even though all of this is happening, because the people understood what the fight was about. The people understood that the Democrats were fighting for the people. A couple days ago, the Democrats put forth a proposal where they said
they were fighting for illegal aliens. They don't give a fuck about the American people. They've proved that time and time again.
Hey, fund the subsidies for a year. We will sign the continuing resolution to reopen the government. The Republicans immediately said no. And I think it is important to remind people that all of the hurt going on with the SNAP benefits and everything else, this right here could all be taken care of if Mike Grinder Johnson got his ass back to work and actually voted on a standalone bill to fund these things. They specifically did not want to do that because they wanted to pressure the Democrats into taking people's health care. And what's got me pissed off today is that that shit might have actually fucking worked. I did a video the other day, damn near begging the Democrats to not take the bait. They were promising a vote on ACA subsidies later. They were promising all of this other stuff if they just reopened the government. Rumors had gone out that the Democrats were ready to cave. And now Aaron Parnas has dropped the news that the Democrats are indeed ready to cave and have reached a deal with the Republicans in which they are supposed to be signing today or in the coming days. This deal that they have with the Republicans includes reinstating all the jobs that were lost when the shutdown began, and it includes reopening the government, which in turn includes funding SNAP benefits. Now, if you've been keeping up, you'll notice that all the things that are in this bill are things that the Republicans created to get the Democrats to fold. Furloughing and laying off federal workers at the beginning of the shutdown was something that Bone Spurs did to get the Democrats to fold. Letting the government shut down at all and everything that comes with it is stuff that Bone Spurs and his administration allowed to happen because they wanted the Democrats to fold. Letting SNAP benefits run out and even going through the court process after saying that they were waiting for the courts for guidance, appealing the decision that they had to actually pay out SNAP benefits, and then threatening earlier today states that did compensate people and pay the full SNAP benefits with their own money. Bone Spurs and his administration threatened states with financial retaliation if they made the difference in the subsidies that people were getting so that people would get their full SNAP benefits this month. They did that. They told states to stop paying the full SNAP benefits, even though states were putting money in place so that people would be able to get their benefits. The Bone Spurs administration stopped them from doing that. And the fucking Democrats in the fucking Senate, the useless, weak, pathetic ass Democrats in the fucking Senate thinks that because they get a promise to vote in December on the ACA subsidies, that is what they are thinking about caving for. A promise of a vote. Concepts of a vote, if you will, to go along with those concepts of a fucking plan that the goddamn Republicans have never had for ACA replacement. The Democrats, weak ass, pathetic fucking Democrats in the goddamn Senate are thinking about caving, signing this bill to only fix the wrongs that the Republicans did on purpose so to get them to fold. And they get nothing at all for what they started this for. They don't get the ACA subsidies.
Yeah, we fucking get it, okay? She goes on for another, 2.5 minutes. These motherfuckers are mad. They so mad. Oh, man, these weak Democrats, they're complaining about these are the people they wanted to represent them in the first place. Oh, man. I think they'll do a better job of actually vetting these people that are, coming into the Democrat Party, or at least I'd hope so. Because they're complaining about how weak and spineless they are. Like, y'all could have figured that out a long time ago. Could have, but you chose not to. You had so much faith in them. You really thought they gave a fuck about y'all. But hey, the Republicans came up with a plan to get them to cave, and they did it. All it took was about, I think, 8 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. It took about 8 of them to finally get the government reopened. All the other Democrats were like, nah, we stand on business. And they was like, you know what? We got to get the government open again. And the government being shut down for longer would not have been good for anybody. Like I said earlier, it would not have been good for the average American person, especially those who really do depend on government assistance. Because as long as that shit goes on, who knows what would have happened? Who knows? The American people would have lost. But hey, what I'm just a dude yapping on the internet. What the fuck do I know? Anyways, made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. Also, don't forget to hit the link in my description to my link tree so you can support this channel directly via Cash App or PayPal. And if you choose to do so, I will shout you out in my next video as my way of saying thank you for supporting the channel. And with that being said, please be safe out there. Let's continue to laugh at these knuckleheads who voted these weak Democrats in here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check on your loved ones. Make sure everyone's good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.